There it goes right now. Gang, gang. Greetings. Good morning to y'all. So we want to tap in with you. I've been talking about it on my Instagram stories. That was to do an interview with one of the people that came to the in-person right here, and he's now one of the in-house dispatchers with B Logistics. He's a contractor with us. He has his own business. We decided to link up together, do everything under the umbrella. This is something I was thinking about doing as we've been building out of education. And I've said it a few times before that we only believe in hiring our students because it makes it so much easier to mentor, build up, keep accountable because we think the same. So what I'm gonna do is let Dorian speak for himself because I'm gonna give y'all the perspective of somebody that's been out here. Dorian came, did the course. He was doing a couple of things behind the scenes before then. When y'all were getting the carrier agreements, getting the BOL, stuff like that, he was designing those, helping on that backside. He had done, I think, the course before the course, stuff like that, but he was not plugged in. Mr. Dorian comes from another industry because I hear a lot of hoopla here about people saying that you shouldn't get into trucking unless you know somebody in trucking. Don't even try to be a dispatcher unless people in your family drive trucks and all this foolishness, opposed to give you real business structure and techniques and explain to you the power of marketing, understanding the problems in the industry and coming up with a solution. You don't have to have all this, other stipulations in order to come out here. Because honestly, I don't even want to dispatch truck for somebody I know because they want a discount. Ain't nothing no discount. We do not negotiate with terrorists, right? So in that regard, we're going to go and get it in. So I'm going to let Dorian speak for himself. Like I said, he's been with us about 30, 35 days, something like that. Took the course. Then he came the very next week after that, and boom, he's been locked in with us. So he's gonna let him talk about what he's been doing and all that good stuff. So Mr. Dorian, lace him down.
All right, like you said, I come from an IT background. I've been doing IT work for 10 years. I had no experience with trucking other than talking to him and doing things for the business on the back end side. And I was just experiencing some trouble in my job, and I was like, I've been trying to really get away from my job for what? How long have we been talking about this?
Years.
Years, right? And then I finally just made the sacrifice. I sold one of my vehicles. The market was right for me to sell it. I got lump sum money doing that. Got my income tax, so I had a little cushion. I was like, "You have room in your course?" He said, "Yes, come." So I came to the course. Left the course with, I think, 2 carriers right off the jump. And honestly, neither one of them worked out. But I was still learning how to really choose an ideal carrier. And then since that point, I've landed 3 great carriers who are interested in growing their business. So one of them started out with 1 truck. He's getting his 2nd truck. The other one had 2 trucks already. And then my 3rd one, he also had 2 trucks, but one was a 26-foot box truck and the other was like a 20-foot box truck. We talked him into trading in the 20-foot box truck, and now he's getting his 2nd 26-foot box truck this week. So, I mean, just like actually following all the steps of the course, like, I'm not gonna say it's been easy, but everything that we learned in the course is just like, it's flowing and it's allowing me to flow. I've been dispatching on my own for right at 4 weeks now, and I've been hitting pretty close to 10,000 a week. And this week I will more than likely hit 15,000 in book loads for the week, and it's Wednesday.
How much you at right now for the week?
I'm at 11.2.
Okay.
Almost 11.3. Yeah, so I'm actually working on a couple loads now, and just with those loads, I'll probably be over 15,000 for the week. And like I say, it's Wednesday. So yeah, of course, the more trucks you get, the easier it is to hit those numbers. Knowing like how to reset your drivers over the weekend and things like that, all that, learning logistics, which is what you learn in the course. I'm telling you, everything from the course, like you use it on a day-to-day basis. I miss anything?
No, you did. Okay, so how many trucks in total are you dispatching for in total at this moment? We know we got some of them that's scaling, but just right now.
This week I had 1, 2, 3. I think I only had 4 trucks this week.
Okay, so 4 trucks, but he has like 8 in total, okay, under his roster. Now, one thing I want you to understand as well is just because Dorian is here under the umbrella, we coach, but we don't do the work for him, right? So we have the ability to market, get leads, all that kind of stuff. Then we hand it off through coaching that we go through with the curriculum. This is what you say, this is how you handle it. You know, we tapped him into the freight traffics, you know what I'm saying, Matt? We tapped him into it. He gives the blueprint, explains exactly what the carrier needs to do. They say yes. So right now he has like 6 box trucks, 2 high shots. And so that's where we start everyone off with, right? Because we want to make sure that you are phenomenal at dispatching. So when you can dispatch the box trucks, the high shots, it allows you to pay attention to the intricate details accordingly. Then as time goes, we will elevate him to our board doing other bigger pieces of equipment, because now he'd be prepared to have the conversations, persuade, sell the business, sell his expertise. So we allow everyone to have to do all the pieces. So let's say, God forbid, or Dorian says, okay, I don't need y'all no more. I'm out here, boom. You know, Woods Legacy Logistics is out here as the thing, whatever, right? So if he were to leave, we've given him all the tools. So then only thing he would be lacking to do would be able to introduce and add the marketing piece. Now, with him saying he's gonna do $15,000 this week, just probably by the end of the day, let's just say he makes $17,000 or $18,000 this week in revenue, right? If that case, well, he has all box trucks at 10%, that would be $1,500 to $1,800 this week, right? In 30 days. And so this is when a lot of times when I'm talking, spending time, you know, giving you guys insight about certain things, he even said it's not easy, but it's worth it. So the ROI, which would be return on investment. If you were to say you and your family want to start a restaurant, usually when you do this restaurant, because it's so much money up front, you don't get paid anything for 18 months to 2 years. When you go get a franchise, the reason why franchises exist, McDonald's, Subway, whatever, the franchises are now saying that they can give your money back in 7 to 9 months. So now this gentleman here that's paid the $3,000 to come here, get the education, do the things he needs to get done, he has already made that money back already, yet alone now, from now on, he's going to be able to scale, grow, bring it on, more trucks, big trucks. So he understands, and we talk about a lot of things. The first qualification for us is you make $15,000. He'll hit that this week, which is great. Now the goal on a consistent basis, we want you to be able to book on a regular basis $25,000 a week in freight, right? $25K every week. So that's 7 to 8 trucks. And then, of course, when we get to where we start bringing them on the drive-ins and flatbeds, this number will come greater, and it'll come in a little bit faster because they make a higher level of revenue. But since we walk through all the process to make sure you're overly qualified, Mr. Dorian has to now put in the work to be able to have a more difficult conversation with a carrier that has a drive-in, and they've been in the industry 3 or 4 years. That's a more difficult conversation. And this is why we try to put our students in front of the carriers that they have the best opportunity with the best possibilities, and with the proper resources. This is why we make the freight traffic, so you can tell a person, regardless of where they are in the industry, exactly what they need to do week after week strategically, and you book the loads. You know how to negotiate, you know what the strategy is, y'all come to an agreement together, and boom, work the process, and you would automatically have the results. So I haven't seen anybody interview somebody in their team, so I thought this would be good content for y'all, in order to really get an understanding from his perspective what it's looked like, and literally every call. So from the course to after we get elites, go handle it, calls, right? And so for those who took my curriculum, I've already explained to you how many phone calls you should make every single day to sell your business. Dorian has not done even half of those in a week, and he booked all his trucks. He has where he needs to go. So if you do the steps of the process, it has to work because it has to work. And if anybody tells you some secret sauce, you ain't got to do all that. They're lying to you, because trucking is a numbers game. Because more than likely, he said he has 3 ideal, other ones we're kind of working on, all that kind of stuff, right? Is that a part of this, you want to work with people that are ideal, so that way you say, okay, this the play, this we're going to do, and they just say, yep. They run their part, you do your part. It's so easy to make $300 to $1,000 a week every truck when both y'all on the same pace. So even with that, as Dorian is building out his business, he might tap in with y'all 30 days from now, because what we want to be able to do, even in his roster of trucks that he dispatches for, is if he can handle 8 trucks, he wants all 8 of the trucks to be all ideal. So when he were to circle back around maybe 30, 45 days from now, his money that he's making weekly will double, because now you have these people. If the carriers, you can't get along, you need to be able to replace them. If you have a marketing problem, back office, you don't know how to get this. This is what we're here to do through mentoring, the regular curriculum, free mentoring afterwards. Then you become a student. We'll help you get the same leads we gave to Mr. Dorian, so you will be successful. We are here to give you the most value in the game by far to get you in business. So appreciate Mr. Dorian tapping in with us today. You know, I had to put him on the gram. You know, he was ready to do it. That's what I'm saying. He trusts the process. This person is not about being on social media, but he trusts the process because he understands you need to do things like this to build your company forward. So I appreciate y'all. Keep watching Mr. Dorn right here. Remember, he was a dancing sensation in the course. So he booked his first load in the course, and he's been booking since. Right?
That's right.
So tap in with y'all. Grace and peace. Finish the week strong.